as it's told. God's sons and daughters sail through the water, reaching for the sun, hand in hand.
Welcome to Center of Light. It's good to see you on this soon-to-be Halloween night. Tonight, Center of Light is about fright or delight. And with all your might, in spite of the nose on your face, whatever you choose, or the grace that you can fall into as a delicious place to be in, Halloween night, full moon, 2020. The music you just heard by Lavender Soul. We have I had just received thousands upon thousands of Lavender Soul CDs bought by the singer Bernard many years ago. So now we're basically giving them away. Not because we're desperate, it's because the game is done. We've enjoyed and milked that divine teat for many years. And these are the offspring, the children, not the leftovers, but we used to sell them $20 a piece. And now I'm going to give you all 3 Lavender Soul CDs for $20. If you're interested, Keith, I want Lavender Soul. You can use it in this, drop it in this forum, or send me a Facebook inbox and say I want Lavender Soul, or whatever it is that you want to describe to me to say I want that music. Tonight is Center of Light Halloweeny, or a hallowed Halloween, or a hallowed, as in spiritual, sacred, a hallowed ween, a waxing and a weaning of the moon. As this begins to well up all inside of me, and I'm deliciously grateful. Halloween, hallowed be thy name, when the moon has been waxing and waning. You get the point. Analogous still and all. Full moon. It's in between the waxing and the waning. Straight up center. That's what tonight is about. Tonight is Center of Light, Fright or Delight. Onion skin thin. What do you think that onion skin is? Let me show you this banner. My banners are usually filled with encrypted messages. Check this out. Look at it good. Take it all in. Look at every aspect of what's happening. So tonight is Center of Light, Fright or Delight. Onion skin thin. Check this out. Tell me what you see. Look good. Look close. Obviously, we see the witch. We see Jack holding the pumpkin. We see the bats, implying Halloween, dark, mysterious, magical. Onion skin thin in Halloween font. The moon, the full harvest moon. And then we see the onion and the onion skin in this period we are in. What is the one thing, if you'd care to share or divulge what came to you, that is most integral, most important in this banner? The book cover? Well, please make that one. The witch? The title? Jack? The veil? The pumpkin he's holding? The onion skin? The onion or the moon? Onion skin thin. Came by way of Dana as a suggestion about the veil is ever thinning. So when we look at Jack, we can jack around. But when we look at Jack, he's the one with the veil. And it's pretty thin. You can see through it. I have a phenomenal presentation tonight. I'm going to learn as well. This Friday, I'm leaving to go to Orlando, Florida, to do a presentation, keynote speaker, Homecoming Crossing the Bridge to the Soul. The title of the experiential workshop is Crossing the Bridge to the Soul. If you're near Florida, fantastic. Come see me. If you're not near Florida, fantastic. Road trip, get in your vehicle, come see me. Come be with me. I would love that. I have a few more notes, and we're going to get down to the meat and potatoes of this presentation. For those who have bought Homecoming Crossing the Bridge to the Soul, you can use this link I just put in the forum to give me a review. That would be awesome. And for those who have not, my bestseller, as of August 1st, I believe, that link is there to be purchased now. And finally, tomorrow night, Listen to this. This is really, this is nuts. Tomorrow night, I am going to be interviewing the sexy human being that got me this book deal, Mr. Gavin Lee Davies, who has been #1 bestseller list since he's been writing books. He has a new book coming out the day, well, I interview him tomorrow night. His book comes out Friday. And that's beautiful. He's trusted me to give me a book deal. It's just amazing how this all plays out. And it's his book has not been released yet. It's already #1 in many genres. Check this out. Harvest, the true story of alien abduction. This is a book about Gavin documenting the story of this woman, I believe. Forgive me, Gavin, if I'm incorrect. This is not, well, maybe it's a very intense dream. This is not what this is. Why would they want to harvest us? Many different reasons. Some are scary as Happy Halloween. And some are beautiful as Happy Halloween. Perspective has a large influence on the situation, but it does not discredit nor discount the reality of something that is true. It's not to amp you up in fear to get ratings. That's not what this is. Some things can be terrifying. How is your life treating you? How are you treating your life? Synonymous. They're married. Likewise, in levels we don't understand yet, those realities will come pay a visit. We have to find in ourselves where the contract lies of such things has been signed, has been made. And when we understand the game that we have played and the cards, how they have been laid, you will find the beauty in such a predicament of being abducted. It doesn't mean in the moment you don't have the right to protect yourself or understand to the fullest possibility of what's happening. But Gavin Lee Davies is going to be on Center of Light Radio tomorrow. And it's going to be about the story of a true alien abduction experience. Harvest. Harvest Moon. Happy Halloween. Let me see what else I have in my notes before I get down to some bizwax. All right. Fantastic. I am now playing in a band with many cool musicians. Hello, Marina. Serious keynote musicians in the world as far as popularity, influence. So I couldn't say no. I want to play you a song now before I get into this presentation. I actually done some work recently online, how to get more ratings, or not ratings, grow your audience. That's something anyone of this nature would want to do. So one thing it said was, don't procrastinate, get to the point. I get that in the marketing field. Thank you for the beautiful advice. At the same time, I will use that to a degree that it does not trick or treat me into an illusion. I love doing what I do. For me, it's about being in the garden, being in this chair, my personal throne of my divinity. Do you have a personal throne of your own divinity? And into infinity? Do you find yourself in that disposition of yourself that is truly on a throne? Or is your life turning to crap and you're on the toilet, the throne? Which one? Either way, we have all thrown things about. Without a doubt, Halloween, full moon, harvest, waxing and waning, 2020. It's coming. Full moon, it pulls on the water of your body, does it not? It affects the tides of the water in the ocean and the oceans and on the planet. You are in the divine ocean, my friend. And the notion I am offering to you is to understand that there are forces per se out here. But in here, we are being forced lovingly by these forces to force us into the understanding that we can change our agreement with reality at any moment. How are you feeling about yourself? Will paint the picture of what you see as experience in your life. Paganism, Halloween, oh my God. Exactly, oh my God. The demons come out and has been shunned. I get it. I don't like bad influences either. So this is a period where we go from the lighter spectrum of the seasons of our lives, but as well as the seasons of the earth, fall, winter, spring, summer. But as we're moving out of the lighter seasons, we go to the darker seasons. Are you one that is seasoned enough to understand, as a chef would, taste the seasoning, to know where you are in the cooking or the stew or the gumbo, because I'm from Louisiana. You want some gumbo? And the gumbo, the soup mix and the cosmic mix as you mix about with things. Do you understand? This is all an ongoing energy dance. And now it's Halloween. And millions upon millions of conscious souls join all of us in this conscious dance and unfoldment of what we call reality. Halloween, ooh. Then it becomes ooh. You look at other people on the spiritual path, Halloween is very sacred to them. Because tonight is center of light, fright or delight. Onion skin thin. And if you look at Jack on your, I think it's the bottom right corner, he's holding a pumpkin, but look, he has a veil, and that veil is very, very thin. Very thin. That's where we are. We're in Halloween 2020. Everything is being removed. I'll see you shortly. I'm going back to what I was saying earlier. This new band I'm playing, there's this beautiful man, co-guitar player by the name of Lance McDaniel. And he gave me permission to use this beautiful song as often as I like. And I'm going to like it for a long time. I'll see you shortly.
Good evening, you guys. My name's Lance McDaniel from the Shotgun Billies.
And I'm Chris J. from the Barcades.
It's good to see you tonight. We're glad you're here with us. Tonight we've got something special for you. And this is a song that was brought to me in February of 2018. It's a message of hope, and we want to share it with you tonight.
I'll keep watching, and I'll keep praying, yes, and I'll keep holding to the day and believing in something that I don't even know. A change of mind, Lord have mercy, maybe a change of the soul. It's a hatred between that draws these foolish conclusions, and we so quickly buy into all these foolish illusions. Compassion is slowly defeated as patience impatiently fails. Somebody please tell me, what's it gonna take to bring hope inside all this hell? Ain't it sure crazy? And ain't it into a heart that's beating. It's the character that counts in a man, and all this nonsense and fussing and wasted love, well, and it's all over skin now. It's all over skin, yo. Yeah. Gotta rise above all this silliness, y'all. It's alright to be different and free. I, for one, thank God that we ain't all the same, cause this world, it don't need but just one of me, y'all. But ever since that I can remember, somebody's always digging up the past, dragging down all of our people with remnants of old evils, trying to chain us to all that's been freed at last. But tomorrow's sun, well, it's rising. We're hoping, healing in its wings, y'all. My sisters, my brothers, no, I ain't in the colors. I'm for love and be loved. Let us all sing. Ain't it so crazy? And ain't it a mess? Yes. When the same red blood runs through you, it runs through me too, and it just don't make any sense. Take a look beneath into a heart that's beating. It's the character that counts in a man, and all this nonsense and fussing and wasting love, well, and it's all over skin now. Well, I was not there when Brother Martin was taken, when it seemed that the dream, it was all but lost. But I've stood in that place, and his hope still embraces. So I've gotta take up, and you've gotta take up. We've all gotta take up our cross. And ain't it so crazy? And ain't it a mess? Yes. When the same red blood runs through you, it runs through me too, and it just don't make any sense. Take a look beneath into a heart that's beating. It's the character that counts in a man, and all this nonsense and fussing and wasted love. And ain't it so crazy? Ain't it so crazy? Lord, well, ain't it a mess? When I've got the same red blood running through me, it runs through you too, and it just don't make any sense, no. Take a look beneath into a heart that's beating. It's the character that counts in a man, and all this nonsense and fussing and wasted love. And it's all over skin, all over skin. It's all over skin, y'all. Come on now, we can do better than this. One nation, one love. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. All over skin. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, yeah. And it's all over skin.
Welcome to Center of Light. Boy, Lance McDaniel can sing, can he? He's a white boy. Played the shit off a guitar, let me tell you. Solid dude. You just love being around him. Very powerful. Tonight is Center of Light, Fright, or Delight. Onion skin thin. The veil is ever thinning. The light of all that is saying, how's your mom and him? Understand what I'm telling you. It's thinning. It's onion skin thin. What will you do when creatures you've never have known before make themselves present, what will you do? Will you simply disbelieve? Or would you believe in the beautiful possibility that it's simply a reminder of everything has a right, oh my God, has a right to be and to exist just like you. Don't be so arrogant. Just in the idea of a something to exist is called reality. Unicorns, they exist. Do they not? You know, Keith, you're getting so flight. They exist, do they not? They at least exist in your possibility of thought by asking such a question, do they exist? So in that regard, in that realm, in that dimension, like it or not, they exist. Are you with me? This is the land of never, never, forever, ever that I'm going in. So tonight is Center of Light, Fright, or Delight. Happy Halloween 2020. Onion skin thin the veil is. Here's the definition of veil. All clothing, religion, botany, noun, a piece of fine material worn by women to protect. Veil, 2020 Halloween, full moon, manifestation. A piece of fine material worn by women to protect or conceal the face. Don't forget your mask. You got to go back to your car. Face covering. This is the definition under veil. Face covering. Veiling. Mantilla. Yashmak. Perda. A thing that serves to cover. Hello, COVID. Conceal or disguise. A veil of mist and snow lay over the landscape is an idea. Similar. Covering, cover, screen, shield, curtain, layer, film. So where did Halloween start? It's pronounced Samhain. Samhain. It's spelled phonetically Samhain, but it's pronounced Samhain. Is a Gaelic festival marking the end of the harvest season, harvest moon. Harvest season and the beginning of winter, as I said earlier, are the darker half of the year. Traditionally, it is held on November 1st, but with celebrations beginning on the evening of October 31st, as the Celtic day began and ended at sunset. This is about halfway between the autumn equinox and the winter solstice. We're right there. We're at the edge of the veil where there can only be one more layer. In other words, the next layer beyond the layer that we see through is absolutely nothing. This is how close we are to the veil being completely dissipated, lifted, removed. It is one of the 4 Gaelic seasonal festivals. I'm gonna skip through some of this. Samhain is believed to have Celtic pagan origins, and there is evidence it has been important date since ancient times. The Neolithic passage tombs in Ireland are aligned with the sun, S-U-N rise, the sun, S-O-N rise. Why are they so similar? The sun rise. Around the time of Samhain, it is mentioned in some of the earliest Irish literature, and many important events in Irish mythology happen or begin on Samhain. Excuse me, that's how it's pronounced. It was the time when cattle were brought back down from the summer pastures and when livestock were slaughtered for winter. Terrible, beautiful. Well, Keith, I like the beautiful part. I'm not so fond of the terrible part. Then you need to back up. And then they both become beautiful because you are now in the eternal beauty to where you no longer see yourself as dualistically split. Special bonfires were lit, like we see today. These were deemed to have protective and cleansing powers, and there were rituals involving them. Samhain was seen as a liminal time when the boundary between this world and the other world could more easily be crossed. Offerings of food and drink were left outside for spirits. The souls of the dead were also thought to revisit their homes seeking hospitality. Feasts were had at which the souls of dead kin would beckon to attend, and a place set at the table for them. What I'm saying is, in this veil lifting phenomena, reality, truth, experience that is happening before us all, is that not only will you have sightings of creatures that you may have never pondered, and then when you ponder them, you may not so believe it, you might refute it and say, this is nonsense. Why are you being so hard on yourself? Reality does exist. God is infinite, so reality is infinite. It does exist in your conscious frame of reference, does it not? And as we are created in the similitude and likeness of our divine parent, with that very thought, it exists. It exists in your thought process. Beautiful possibilities always happening. So, likewise, when the veil is at its thinnest, your deceased loved ones, your deceased kin, come in, or have the possibility or the desire to, depending if we have the desire ourselves to, want it to. But this is not only about the once in every while opportunity of Halloween, the veil is thin, so I can this is about the veil being so thin there is no turning back. In other words, we lived in these intervals for so long, and now the interval has become that. And then it'll become that. Nothing. The something you are missing in your life is nothing. And in that is everything. That is Halloween, Harvest Moon 2020. Fright or delight. It's the beginning. It's a landmark. It's an etch on your heart that says, a new period has started. Have you started moving inward, upward, forward, toward something in this new period of your sacred life? Have you? I'm trying my best. Well, I'm definitely doing that, but I'm trying my best to reach in for greater strides, or rather non-strides. Don't want to effort. I just want to see. And I don't mean see. I want to see. I want to see. I want to see. I want to speak because I see. I want to see that it's me and the we of all of us in the divine cosmic ocean. Are you the drop or are you the ocean? How can you tell the difference? Halloween 2020. Harvest moon, big fat full moon. Pulling gravitationally on your entire system. your entire system. If the gravitational pull of the moon can affect the water on this planet, 3/4 water on the planet, whatever the ratio is, and we are made up of the same, you are being affected. Ask people who work in the emergency room, they will tell you. Many things are happening cosmically. The boundaries of your rationale and your logic, those perimeters, those walls are being crushed. All of ours are being crushed. So instead of rush, we need to learn to observe, hush, 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 simply on Halloween night. Before and after, give yourself 72 hours to feel the engagement of not only the world about what this is, but your own engagement with yourself. Step back and allow the mask that we all wear all the time. And we blame that on the world because we don't want to carry that cross. You become the boss when you see what you toss around. And until you do, you will be at a loss. And then Halloween in any period of your life can become scary. The veil is thinning. No, it's not. The veil is onion skin thin. This is where things begin to happen. Between now and very soon. They're already happening. I see them. But for those who may not have practiced lifting weights like a weightlifter would have done, it's going to be so blatantly obvious. It's becoming very tight. If there is cloud cover for Halloween, wherever you are, and you can't see the full moon, go outside anyway and feel the full moon rising in you. It's your mother. How can you not feel your mother? You mother. But if you can see it, you've been extra kissed on your face. Go look at it. Invite your mother into your sight. Likewise, if you can't see it, invite your mother into your sight. Ask her, what does she have for you in this special season of final harvest before a new begins? Is it a coincidence that the beginning of 2021 moves into this dark phase half of the year? Halloween, full moon. The veil is ever thinning to where what you expect, what you believe, what you don't believe, whatever it is, the what yous that you toss, you're going to see happen very fast in your life. Careful what you toss about. I'm going to be right back with the final segment. I'm going to do some reading from Homecoming Crossing the Bridge to the Soul about the veil. See you soon. Let's see what we can play. How about some? I love this song. See you shortly.
There's a world apart from man and fear. fear. There's a time to trust and a time to love and a time to know what you are. So let the love of God, it's always been that way. It's time to celebrate what you are, perfect in every way. So it's up to you, a choice to make, to promise yourself you'll celebrate. There's a time to trust and a time to love and a time to know who you are. So let the love of God, it's always been that way. It's time to celebrate who you are, perfect in every perfect in every way. So it's up to you, a plan to make, to promise yourself you'll celebrate. There's a time to love and a time to trust and a time to know you are loved. Time to know you are loved. So let the love of God, it's always been that way. It's time to celebrate what you are. It's time to celebrate who you are. It's time to celebrate that you are.
Welcome to Center of Light. I love being me. I hope you love being you. Opportunity to look, to see. Being lightning in the illusion. Grounding, opening. Join me in this forever endeavor of becoming the infinite potential itself. The Bible, Peter being the rock. The storm can bitch. Being in center. There is no storm. Convincing, but it is drama. Roller coaster at an amusement park, it's fun. That's why you get on it, but it scares you shitless. You, the person strapped in the car, knows that you're just on a ride. Likewise, what's happening all around you? It's just a ride. Sometimes lightning strikes in the family. Sometimes lightning strikes in the world. I'm just like you. No different. Redirecting. Everything around us begins to change simply by our way of being. Christ, Buddha, Krishna, your great-grandmother, icon. My brother or sister said something yesterday that truly moved me. And because of what they said, they sparked an entire movement. Listen to what I'm telling. John Doe or Jill Doe, they spilled their heart guts. Unity with an idea that is greater and higher. Bring the lightning to earth. We understand higher perception. Things do come along, knock us off of our center. And I recognize that I am off center. What am I going to do from that point? Am I going to continue to freak out? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I'm cognizant, intelligent, grounded. Compose yourself. The best ploy. Yes, it caught me off guard. You didn't see it coming. You don't have to see what's coming. You are the calm in the storm, no matter how much the storm wants to be. Like Peter, you become the rock. You become the lightning. Welcome back. Final segment, Center of Light. Good to see you, beautiful, sexy human creatures. Dana says, thank you, good show. Hello, Claudia. Good to see you. Everyone, good to see you. Final segment, I'm going to do some reading from my bestseller, recent bestseller, Homecoming, Crossing the Bridge to the Soul. Here we go. The second Homecoming, Crossing the Bridge to the Soul installment, probably in the next year or so. This will be a part of that series, Realizing God. We're speaking tonight about Center of Light, Fright or Delight, Halloween Night, Harvest Moon, the end of the lighter half of the earthly seasons, but moving into the darker phase of our experience as human beings on this rock. Speaking about the veil, not only is the veil lifted at Halloween or Samhain in the Gaelic tradition, where we're speaking about Halloween, Harvest Moon 2020. There is no more veil except one final layer. One of the last chapters in the Divine Principle, as well as Homecoming, Crossing the Bridge to the Soul. It's called Realizing God. We're speaking about the veil exactly in this moment. Spirit says this will be one of my final transmissions in our book. But before I go, I shall leave you with a guide for you to follow so that you will be able to reach your destination in this dual split that is so powerful for us right now. Spirit continues, all who seek divinity must live a life free of wanting, for that is the source and cause of spiritual bondage. As long as one is constantly wanting, one will fall farther away from the selflessness of grace and into the selfishness of ego. But now the veil is so thin, it's not really about grace and selflessness or ego. It's just becoming more factual. Whatever you are or thinking you are will be revealed. The ego mind is a cloth that veils. Hello 2020 COVID-19. That veils or masks consciousness. Your wants are its threads, but when you give up your conscious state of wanting, the ego threads, the veil is dissipating, the ego threads will fall away and the cloth will disappear, revealing your true nature, the genuine self that is the soul. God realization will happen when you finally free yourselves from the brain, the senses, the mind, the wanter. Once you break out of your finite little prison of individuality, you will become conscious, enlightened, one with the cosmic power. Thus, you will reach God. So this thinning of this veil, there is no more thinning left. The next layer of thinning is, it's done. This may take a period of years, but in the cosmic scope of things, it's immediately done as it has been thought. Have you ever thought about that? That is what you're connected to. That is what you are. That is your cosmic family. You are a divine child of the infinite spark. Hark, who goes there? When you allow that into your mind, heart, it will sing like a lark that's been sitting on your shoulder. And I don't mean something on your shoulder that you have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. It's a relaxation. It's an easing into the shoulder of your spirituality, that which is strong, able to stand erect, to literally carry the world on your shoulder, because that is what is required to carry the cross of the world. Not because you are the condemned one or you are the Messiah, but yes, you are. You're both. You are the saint and the sinner. The saint has a past and the sinner has a future. You are the Jesus. You are the Messiah. You are the Christed one. Are you not a Christian? Be the Christ. Follow me. I am the way, the truth, the hope, and the light. Shouldn't you become like your brother? And in so doing, become unified with the Father and the Mother. And then we realize there is no other more important than me. You, the we of it all. Do you think Jesus thinks that he is not important? He knows, I don't mean knows, he is in the knowing so integrated, graduated, he is the importance. So when we follow the way of the teacher, he said, this is what I am. Follow me. So we have to be that with him. There's no spam or bad email. There's only iMail. And you mail yourself to yourself. I love this beautiful story I seen recently about someone every day spoke to God via a letter. Speaking of mail, a letter. They would simply put, Dear God, no address. They'd put their return address, meaning I want you to reply, or this is how you can find me by my address. But dear God, there's no address. And they would just deposit that in the mail every day. That was their prayer. Or at least once a week, or every so often, when they felt that they had accumulation of enough to say, I'm serious about my entry into the mailbox, the system, the cosmic system. And I'm contacting you. Take a step towards spirit, spirit takes 10 back. And the story about this particular person and their engagement in such a way of talking to spirit is amazing. I'll do everything I can to find it, and I'll share it in a future post. This is where we are. My brother Todd Medina says when. I just had to. I love me some Todd. Todd is going to be interviewing on Sology, Soul, O-G-Y, Sology, in November. I'm not sure the date. David Icke. Todd's a good boy. Everyone, my name is Keith Anthony Blanchard. Thank you very much. We're in a period of no turning. There is no turning back. Who would want to turn back the hands of time anyway, other than to reflect? We don't want that to come back. That's what Halloween 2020 is. Harvest. Moving into the darker phase. And the more darker the world gets, because we are still in duality, darker, the world becomes equally, beautifully illumined. It's always balance, always balance. So the dark, the shadow always says, this is what you are, by the reflection of what you are not. Just know, you're in a phase of your life that's going to feel not only strange, it can feel very, very strange and aloof. And that will be your proof of what I'm sharing with you. Become balanced. You are living in not only T-H-E-E, capitalized, the most sacred time in human history, in universal history. Not only his story, her story, in all the glory, we will forever exist For are we not children of God? You are loved beyond measure.